improved. Those are my two fears. Failing, I fear failing. I fear failing, like in my world I don't fail, yeah.
So what happened? Did you have role models to look up to? Did you go out and do research and try to find the ones that are in the same field that you really wanted to venture in?
Unfortunately, the time when I started my business, cleaning and fumigation and interior designing, there were no, I don't remember seeing any women. I remember seeing women architects, but they were employed. They were actually not hired. But I don't remember remembering companies of women fumigating. Cleaning a bit, yes. So it was hard. I had to pick up myself. Really, I can't tell you that I went to someone and talked to them and they helped. No, I just had to pick up the pieces. You know that when you have to tap your back, stand up, no one is coming. Yeah, that was the approach. So I really just had to start. Every morning I had a friend, a male friend, who told me, you know what, just start. Even if today you just design the logo, you have designed the logo at least. If today you just get the name, you have got the name. That will never do it again. So I started like that, and the rest is history. So I didn't, it was really an in-person job. Like yeah.
You carry your cross.
Yeah, I have to.
At some point you're like, okay, I need to carry my cross.
Yes.
I need to be in this and try to manage.
Yes.
Wipe those tears and
Yes.
get moving.
Yes, yes, yes. Most of the time, actually, for entrepreneurs, especially women, no one is coming. For men, I think there are women support them usually because we are, by nature, we are helpers. So once your husband has a company, somehow it's by nature that you have to help. Unlike the women, I mean, it's very hard to like share our problems, and also by given our nature, like we rarely share what is going on unless it is really so bad. And most of the time, some people will help you be around you, but not necessarily help you through the problem. They'll help you to manage, but they will not take away the problem. So usually it has to be you. So personally, it has been a personal journey, really, I can say. I fail, I give up, I close. I have years where I closed. They completely closed. And I had nothing. I remember there's a chick, a lady who called me from Miracle Center, showed me, I am pregnant, I saw you design babies' rooms, and I visited my friend, I saw her baby room. I would like you to design for me the baby room. And I told her, I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm sure you had to drop a tear.
Yeah, because like I was in that down, like
you had to first let it pass.
Yes.
Accept what you were feeling and what you were going through at the moment.
Yes.
And find ways of getting up.
Yes.
So such moments also exist.
Yes, yes. Like I think there were like about 3 years where I was completely out. I was not doing anything. If I got a cleaning gig, I had subcontractors. So I would just call them, please pass by this home. Tell them you're from Clona, go and clean. Like I wasn't interested, like it looked like I was closing.
Your heart and spirit was not into it.
Yes, I was going through a lot.
So were you getting the commission from the other subcontractors? Like
50K or 20. At the end of that deal, he would call and say, oh, we underestimated the job, we only man. Yeah, it was that bad.
Well, at least you'd have the cameras at home.
Yes, but it was really so bad.
So some of the lessons that you learned all through, because I'm sure others tend to close and they want to switch to something else. Are they like, the salon thing might not work out for me, with a lot of challenges that are coming through. I mean, the experience they've had with the employees, trying to chase them around and toss them all through. They want you to increase their salaries and things like that. So at some point, business is not doing so well. So someone is trying to think, and should I open up a boutique? What should I do? But at the end of the day, you still have to pay the rent. Yeah. To you, what was running in your mind? So were you thinking of exploring in another kind of business, or you wanted to get back into the Clona business? No, I actually, for me, that time when I closed for about 3 or 4 years, I'd never thought of anything else. Because like I said in the previous episode, I started this as a passion. It's something I like I am clean freak, like OCD. So I like
leaving every space in order and clean and looking beautiful. And I didn't start it because I really, really wanted money. I just wanted to see people's homes look good and nice. I could visit people who are rich, but their homes are such a mess. I'm like, what are you doing here? So because of that, it was a passion. So that time when I closed, I did not even think of any other business. I kept on hoping that one day I'll do it again. I just didn't know how best I can do it. But by that time, I was fully registered, like the business name was secure, I was registered with URSB, like everything was okay. I had a business account and everything. It's just that I just didn't have passion, energy, and time for it. And everyone who I was working with left. They got other jobs, so I closed. So I did not think about something else. But if someone is going through challenges and they really feel they can't do this anymore, I would request that you revisit, refocus. Because even me in that moment, I had moments of
You need to bring back the first love, that the passion that you had with you before you started.
But also my previous clients helped me a lot. Like people I had worked with before, people I had cleaned homes for, people I had fumigated for, told me we aren't going anywhere. You have to find a way to do this. In fact, I remember when I woke up and I sent out messages and I told them I'm back in business. There was this whole rapid of like, oh my God, you're back. My house has been dirty. Like, it looked like they liked the service and they were not willing to get any other person to do that job. So that helped me. The clients I had worked on before, they really helped me to stay in business. Yeah, so like if you're a salonist and you have people who are calling you, don't go, don't close. I said, I have moved around. I failed to get someone to do my hair the way you do it, meaning you know what you're doing. So that's actually one of the reasons I went back into business after closing, like not selling.
Not because of COVID-19, not because of the tax itself, but things didn't work out.
Yeah, things didn't work out. I didn't have
like
the energy for
you had not balanced your expenditure.
No. I was still in the period where I was still giving birth, and around that time I lost a baby, and then I became pregnant after a month or two. So like I had been pregnant for 2 years. And then, you know, after pregnancy and giving birth, you need another year of baby care. And it was like, and then I had a job, which was very consuming. So I did not have time for the business. And I think my staff also felt like they were not supported. So they left.
They were like, CEOs not paying attention to us.
Yeah, like you're not coming. You know, clients relate to us most of the time.
Like they walk into the...
So if you send Sandra to the site all the time, people lose like, where is your boss? Why isn't she coming? And all that. And
they want you to be their supervised.
Yeah, I had lost a baby, and so I said, okay, let me put this to rest.
Very sad an incident.
Yeah.
Let us not take you back.
Okay.
No. Let's forget about that. Maybe something else. I'm sure there's something that you learned all through it, or like some employers out there, they're like, for a woman, no, we're going to employ her, then she's going to get pregnant, and then 7 months down the road, she's too weak, she wants to be off all the time, and then when she has that maternity leave as well, she might stay for more than 3-4 months, and then when she returns, you don't know what to expect. She wants to leave early, and she's coming late. She doesn't want to have the weekends at work, she wants to have the weekends at home.
With the children.
Yes, with the children.
She can't go up country.
She cannot travel to go up country. So they try to think about all that, and they're like, no, I cannot employ a woman in this space.
Yes, it's the same thing with entrepreneurship and businesses and how we get contracts. People judge us being women, like, you're totally available all the time. For men, you can find a man on site at 1 a.m. And it's okay. It's very rare to find me on site at 1 a.m. So it is such a challenge, even when you're negotiating deals. And most of the time, I need the men in the room. You know, I have learned to see my weaknesses and strengths, and that for sure is a weakness, and we can't take it away. Because I am a mother and a wife. I have to be home at a given time, of which my competitor is not going to have that if he's a man. So what I have learned is to echo on the men. I hire them to stand in the gap. So for example, I'm not on the site at 1 a.m., so we are working on an office, and they have given us a weekend to clear everything and renovate the office and put it back by Monday.
By Monday, people have to get back to work.
Yes, because their visitors are coming, their donors are coming. I have had such clients.
So if you have like a NASA Mwesigwa, you just call them.
Yes, so you you just call in NASA and tell them, NASA, you know what, you have to stay on site tonight. I have to go home. The kids, I have to breastfeed. I have to be there for the kids when they're going to school. So that is a big challenge. But I have learned to get the right men to work with. Yeah, and that comes in with your management and leadership skills as a person. And that takes me to ICT. I've done a lot of online trainings. There are so many and so free. You get to learn how to delegate. You get to learn how to teach people what you like, how people speak like you, because your employee are your extension. So like people have, I'm soft-spoken, and I teach everyone around me to be soft-spoken, because that's what the client met the first time they met. So I want to see that. So you train your team to be like you reproduce yourself.
At least you have a clone somewhere
yes.
who will turn out to be like you.
Exactly, like they are soft-spoken, they know how to respond, they are like, they have a character of you, because clients actually hire.
At least you'll be able to see it during the time you're doing the interviews. You can relate and see.
Yes, you can relate. No manyono tagenda kunkolera. The obona ja kunkolera. But there are people who are good. But also, I am not saying I'm reproducing exactly myself. I have identified my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is I am a tough lover. Like I am a no-nonsense. So now, most of the time when I'm on sites and like I visited my staff on a site and they're not doing well, I'm most likely going to fire someone. So I hire someone who is not like me, who is soft-spoken, who is nice, who is very understanding. And I keep telling them, you know what, that's your area, I am out. I am not dealing with this, please take over.
Get someone who is more patient
yes,
than you.
more patient than me, more nice than me, who can take in nonsense.
But at least when it comes to the negotiation part.
It is me. It is me. So we share that. So I know that's a big weakness that I have. So when I'm hiring my next, they have to have that I don't have. They are nice. They can tolerate nonsense. They can be nice to people. They can fight. They can train you and retrain you and be patient with you. I may not have that patience, but I know it's my weakness. So I have someone who is in that position. And when those moments come, I'm like, please hand over. Yeah. So that has helped me.
You hand over.
Lot.
Yeah, it's good to delegate
yes.
and have someone you trust, not just being the center of it all. You're the head of the cabinet and you're doing everything.
You know, you give directives from the parish to the city center. Yeah.
Okay,
so that has really helped me. So I have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting back to the whole story of starting, you had secured your name, you talked about your OSB, and at least you had taken it to some level. Someone out there is trying to think of the name. You're like, okay, this is where my passion is. Okay. I am like Lois. Yeah. Clean, neat, want things in order, very organized. And what name should I come up with? How do I secure this name, the copyright and all that? Okay. A little bit about that process.
So for the name, really, like for me, Clona is simply
because
my name.
Because everything is about paying. You still have to pay to secure the name.
Exactly. So what I can tell you is that the name matters by the way, because I remember when Clona had just coronavirus had just ended, and I would market my business and people would tell me, but your name sounds like Corona, like the virus. Why don't you change it? And I would be like, no, I'm not going to change it. Like I have had this name for 9 years. I can't change it because coronavirus passed by. So I have to, and it sounds familiar. So your branding matters. Sometimes it can be your name, like mine is Clona, Kisamba Lois Nantai. Someone else can just say, maybe neat and clean. You know, so the name matters, but it also speaks who you want people to know you. So, but you see, that's not the biggest point. The biggest point is starting. You can actually first start without a name. For me, that's what I tell people. My first client paid the money that I used to register with URSB. So your first client can pay all the bills for registration. You don't have to first read, you know, people like believe you have to walk like 10 kilometers before you start. Start now. I keep saying, get your first client who will give you a deal, make a profit of 100,000, use that profit to register, to secure the name. That securing the name is 50K. Then you get another client. When you get another client, meanwhile, you're thinking about the name, you're sharing with your friends, you're getting the logo, you're seeing what works, what doesn't work. You throw the name there and everyone rubbishes it, like Clona, as if coronavirus. I mean, you understand. Then you get the next client to pay the next bill. For me, that's what happened. I didn't use my money to start the business. I used clients' money to start the business, and that's the beauty with service provision.
It's not like you had some savings to start up with.
No.
Isn't it a bit risky? You need to really be calculative.
You need to be smart. Like I always tell people, I work smart. I don't have energy. Like I'm not that person who's around.
So you really have to put your brain to work.
Yeah, I use a lot of my brain most of the time. So you have to be smart. Start by getting the first client. The first client pays for the logo designer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yes, like Sandra, I come to your home and clean. I clean, and after everything, I secure a 50K.
I pay my money to you,
Yes, and then I use the 50K to design a logo.
Okay.
The next client will find me with the logo paid for by Sandra. You understand? Then the next client will pay for securing the business name, you know, and doing all those such things. The next client like that, but people get so worried about starting the name, the design, the color, the what, those things.
You want to move
matter.
10 miles. You want everything in order,
be in order
at the beginning of that whole month.
Exactly.
Yet it's supposed to be a process, even if it takes 6 months down the road.
Exactly. So it takes 6 months, but you're moving. You're better than actually. I have a friend who started the same business in the same time I started, but she bought all the machines, and I didn't have any.
You must have looked at yourself and you're like, Oba Ankolachi.
I know she had all the machines, she had all, like she had everything in order. She had more money than me. And me, all I had are my stuff ready, on-call stuff ready, and my buckets and brushes. Right now, the person moved out of business. She said she failed to manage the business, and I'm still existing. And
then she must be celebrating the same anniversary you are.
Yes, but she gave up and she gave me her machines.
I was going to ask, did you ask about the machines?
Yes, she gave me the machines because I didn't have machines, and for her she had the machines, but she didn't have business. I had business and she did not have. At some reasonable price. Madam, she gave them for free.
Hey.
Yeah, because she's not using them. They were in the store. I was like, bring. You understand?
Yes, you put
but
them
what when I
imagine if you had given up.
Exactly. And imagine if I had, I think where she lost it is she spent a lot of energy, financial, spiritual, emotional at the start, and she got burnt out.
She started by running.
Yes.
Instead of walking. At some.
Exactly. And by the time was the 10 kilometers I was running, she was
You were still able to hold your breath.
Exactly. And I keep telling people, you need to study that. Like you don't have to run at the start. Go slow, because you're going to get burnout. She got burnout, put the machine in her home, down basement, threw them there. I went, picked them, cleaned up,
to dust them off.
Called the guy to repair a few things for free. I have them and I'm using them.
So now, did she happen to sit with you and you trying to share her story and tell you really what happened?
Yes, she told me one of the biggest problems she had. She was employed as employed, so we're in the same. She's a woman and I'm a woman. We were doing cleaning and fumigation, both of us. She had more money than I had. But she told me one of the biggest problems she had was clients needed her to be present all the time. And she was not that person. She's a doctor, so she had to be somewhere else. Then when she would send people, they would not do a good job. And I'm like, I send people and they do a good job. And she was like, I send people and they do not do a good job, and clients would quarrel, and that was the biggest point of her failing. She was tired, she was done.
Like I walk into a spa, the only person I know Lois. Yes. Lois is the one to work on me.
Yes.
I don't want any other person.
Yes, and when you give someone else, they do a mess. And that's what's her biggest problem. She said, yes, I would reach the site, they have stolen, her cleaners had stolen, could steal things from the clients. Then they would fumigate in a month or two, the insects would be back. She had issues. She says, even me, I felt frustrated because I would charge people and I don't give them the quality of service that they get. Meanwhile, me, I delegate, and they do a good job. Now that takes me back to the personality. Like I said, I am a tough lover. Yeah, when I say it's this, it's that. Like, I would tell instantly, this cleaner won't manage. I can tell that this one will not understand what I'm saying and you're out. And for her, I think she's nice. She would take in garbage. You understand? Like, she would accommodate anyone who comes and how they come. For me, recently I was recruiting cleaners for a site that we got a contract for, and I was telling people I need people who are senior 6 graduates for a reason. When you talk to a senior 6 person, their type of reasoning is kind of different from the person who has not gone to school or dropped out in P2. So those things, and everyone was like, a cleaner for senior 6? I actually want cleaners who are diploma holders. Because, you know, there is a value. Like, when you tell them this machine works like this, they get it better than the person who dropped out in P6 and P2. So all those things matter. And I think that's where her frustration was. Meanwhile, me, I was using campusers to clean. She was using local people, village guys to clean.
Trying to reach out and help the community,
yes,
but as much as they needed a bit of training,
yes, for me,
to relate value to someone's equipment and someone's home.
And also, yes, because they would steal. She said they would steal. I have not had incidences of my staff stealing. She told me they would steal things, they would break materials, they would steal her gadgets, and me, I've never had that. So I think the difference is how we are recruiting. So she got frustrated and left. Meanwhile, me, I was specific. When I started, I worked with campusers. Those guys are broke.
And they really want to work.
They would work. The boys, they come. They work 3 days. I give them their 70K. They go never jog. Rolex. Hi, my boys. So because you're at campus, there's a level of understanding that you have. Even when the machines don't work on site, they accord some level of understanding.
At least they will go through the manual and try to relate what to do.
They will call, Madam, I think the machine is not working. Meanwhile, the village guy
will just
will
pull and unplug and what?
Exactly. Yeah, so that's where she got frustrated. And for me, I'm still here.
So it's good to be patient and learn along the way.
And also start slowly. Yeah. Listen to your vibe. Don't run. Don't want to be like Lois in a minute. It's not going to be possible.
You don't know what Lois went through.
Exactly. And every step is a learning step. You see, that time when I wasn't working and Clona was closed, I learned a lot. When I came back, I had a different energy, different zeal, different capacity. I had better people, more time. Yeah. So at every stage, there's something you're learning. Yeah.
Wow, amazing story. You did a little bit of ICT, the IT, and it's something that is part of us, I should say, in every space that we operate in. And the women, we also want the women to enjoy the fruits that come through from IT itself. Tell us about that journey. How is it the one that is paying you at the end of the day when it comes to the formal employment?
Not really.
Or it's something that you did at school?
Yes. At school, I did statistics, computing. By the time we did start, computer science had just started. I think it was a year they had no graduates, I think, or they had their first graduates. So statistics was computer science in a way. So we'd do statistics, then you do computer science. So we do programming and all those things that the computer and IT people do. So by the time I graduated, I was like a computer person. So I have used that in business a lot, because, for example, when we do digital marketing, 90% of my clients come from online, social media. I don't even know them sometimes. Like, I've not met them face to face. But they are clients for years, but I have not met them. So I echoed so much on ICT, a lot. Like using your phone, your screen time. I try to use my screen time a lot to get value for my data. So I use that to like do a lot of marketing, to learn a lot. Because like I said, I did statistics, I didn't do business. There are things I don't understand, like management of people, that doesn't come with the package. And I told you I'm a tough lover, so I need the soft part. How do you talk to people? How do you share negative
to get to understand that everything is not analog at the end of the day.
Not everyone is as perfect as you. Not everyone will replicate the way you are. You know all that. I had to understand that. Now, when I have only learned that on phone, ICT. Yes, on social media, and then marketing, digital marketing is a big deal. I appreciate traditional media. It is high, like it's still high on the agenda, but the highest, like the quickest is social media. When you put your advert on Facebook and sponsor it for like $10 is like 40K, like you will get a client that will give you at least 200,000, which is so fast. But if I want to come to UBC to advertise for $10.
Have a one-on-one.
Yeah, it is so hard. You understand?
Yet you put in the transport and time.
Exactly. And then you need like the video, the quality of work. Here, you just use your phone, record your guys cleaning, put on Facebook.
Invest your money, your $10.
Put in your 10K, your 40K, and then you get clients.
You'll be having returns coming.
And you don't need to know English.
And you don't even have to know the client physically.
And there's a lot of fraud. I would like to talk about that. There's a lot of fraud in these things. I have a YouTube channel, and it is the
online marketing.
Yes, and it is the easiest thing to do. But I have met so many people who tell me, "Oh, Bangambi, I get 1M to have a YouTube channel." No, you don't. You don't need 1M to have a YouTube channel. You don't need 1M to do Facebook marketing. You don't need 3 million to do Instagram and Twitter.
So some engineers need quick money, and they try to tease around the women.
Yes, and women, we fall prey. We believe a lot, especially we believe men, like the Bible clearly says. Men will always be our weakness. So we tend to believe in them, but they lie to us a lot. Someone came and told me they charged them 1M to have a YouTube channel, and the channel is not yet opened. I'm like, no, all you need is your email to have a YouTube channel. So there is a lot of fraud on ICT. So women, stay warned. Get time. Read. I was telling someone, Google, you know Google?
Yes.
Just Google has a voice note thing.
In case you need to
understand something, just press that microphone and speak in Luganda.
And the kids know how to do it much better.
And the kids know how to do it. And you know what they're using it for? Very funny things. But as adults, we don't know. Just use that. You don't even need to type in the English a lot. Just say, Nkola dagala cheri for Yinensiri. Muluganda. It will bring you solutions. And you will read through. But women think it is so complicated. And we spend a lot of time on WhatsApp, chatting.
They're like, those things are for the children. The uptown, let's leave those things, they're not for us. No, they are for us. You know one thing, my grandfather died at 78 years. He had a Facebook page, an Instagram page. He would chat on, like he was, I think it is a choice. Choose today to be better, women. I encourage you, choose to be better. You can choose to do better, and choosing age is just a number. Brother Ratoro needs to have an Instagram page.
Yes,
and promote his work ethics.
My grandmother.
That is good at camera. He has been there for more than 20 years.
Exactly, but you don't have an Instagram page, you don't have a Facebook page. You're seated there, but you have a lot of data. You have Wi-Fi in the building.
And you have a lot of talent on you.
You have a lot of talent. You're not selling anything. All you're doing is katolwa mayafude, you know, like okay, that's fun and good, but at least use your screen time for a value. And you can do better. You push yourself to do better. Use your WhatsApp. Most people can't even use their WhatsApp to communicate or share their business.
They have first call Mwesigwa to kind of
help out.
I need to do this.
Nakusabatan. Hati Mwesigwa to munenya. Auntie yaba kutegerera, like, you know,
exorbitant fees at the end of the day.
Nakusera nyo. But I mean, what do you think he should do? I remember when I was in my senior 6 vaccas in Masaka, and we used to sell phones in Simba Telecom. But the farmers would come. Ngesimye yagitadde silence. Nagambe simye yange tevuga bichikati. My workmates would charge like 300,000 okujja esimu mu silence. So that's what is happening.
For the farmer to again go back.
Exactly.
His whole transport.
Exactly.
So that's where ICT has gone to.
So So that's the same thing that is happening to the women, and with all our ignorance in ICT, we are choosing to sit back.
Those things tire.
Until you use
You
for
don't
your
want to get
brain.
tired.
Even me, I'm a soft life ambassador. But
Sometimes they hold the sympathy vote.
But you use for your brain. Like when you put the kids to bed, Google about new hairstyles.
At least.
At least. Check on new hairstyles, learn how to do it. Tomorrow practice with your girls in the salon. Do something. We can do better. Then market call your business. These days it is so simple. And you know what? We are using the ignorance that most people don't even know the things. So no one is even criticizing us. For example, I am a YouTuber. I can put content on YouTube which I really see is lacking, but
everyone is quiet about it.
Yeah,
the ones in their circles, the ones that are following Lois.
No one is even realizing it's poor quality. So use that to grow. You understand?
And you'll get better at the
Yeah,
end
you
of
will
the
get,
day.
by the time they realize that it was poor quality, we
Right.
are all growing together. So take that.
But at least you're
photo.
moving, you're in transit, not
Yes.
staying put in one place.
Exactly. Women, we can do better in ICT. We can do better.
Still talking
Actually, you
about-
can work from home. Yes, because let me tell you, Sandra, there are very few sites I go to, unless I'm negotiating like deals, signing contracts, there are very few sites I go to. Most of the time, someone gives you a call or reaches out, I send my guys. I am doing everything on phone. I am monitoring, I have like everything I am doing on phone. And I get money. Meanwhile, I have a job. So I am seated in another office working on clona work. So you can do that.
Someone will just be like, Lois is trend every time with Hakagalo and what? Kombe, you're working.
I'm working. But those who know me now know that it's Amore is working. So I am encouraging women to use ICT. This is we are not going to go back.
So did you do a bit of training for the young ones, or maybe
No,
not only training the guys at Clona?
Yeah, the only training we do is if, for example, we have a client who has servants, maids and what at home, and they want to train them on how to clean daily. That we do. We do during the cleaning, we teach them how to maintain their home. Because you can't keep calling Clona after 1 week to do that cleaning. So we teach them on how to do that cleaning. Some things look so simple, but they don't know how to do it. So that training we do, but we don't do any other training. For now, we close that training because people used to think we have maids. And we don't. So like hotels.
They would call and ask for professional maids.
Yeah, they would call, oh, do you guys, we used to run radio adverts and people would call, oh, do you have maids? And we're like, no, we don't have. We train like hotel staff on how to clean. We train like school staff on how to clean. But not like, we don't have a training school where we gather women to train them. No.
Like training them on either online marketing and things like that.
No, we don't do that.
It's just like to maintain the cleanness,
yes,
the hygiene on a weekly basis.
Yeah, because our service is a bit expensive to have daily.
So you're kind of lenient.
Yeah.
To your client.
I mean,
your client can be calling you at the end of the week all the time.
Yes, they can. Oh my God, my home is like you live when the home is sparkling, neat, clean. And in a week it is dirty.
Next Monday they want you to come back.
Exactly, and they keep calling back. I mean, freely we were given. So freely we give, that we actually give freely. Because even me, no one trained me to do cleaning, apart from my mom, definitely. But all the other things I've learned by online. By the way, I have learned a lot online. I knew the cleaning, but there is a given level of professional cleaning that I didn't know. For example, the cleaning that we do in schools is not the cleaning we do in hospitals. The trainings are different, the handling is different. Hospitals are very infectious, so you have to
be very cautious and have the right gadgets.
Yes, and then you have to have the right people, and then you have to have people, and people who are there are sick, so you have to have patient staff. Meanwhile, the cleaning we do at school is more of disciplinary cleaning. The kids can be a mess. Your kids can be too stubborn. So it's more of discipline than actually cleaning. Yeah, it's like training the students how to. So the details I have learned online. That's why I'm encouraging the women use online. Yeah, to learn. You can do better, no matter what you're doing.
But Mama, the other challenges, Kadata, and it just.
But those ladies, they have data and they bill local salary. They have data. I'm telling you, I have groups on
Instead
WhatsApp.
of being international gossipers.
Yeah. You can gossip because it's a chat to only one. You're allowed to. It's a chat gossip. I'm telling you, you can gossip. Do you know how many words that Eva told the snake? The snake just said this. Eva said a lot of words like that's who.
With a lot of concern.
With a lot of concern, with a lot of
yeah.
explanation. But as you gossip, hooking a way to make money. Because one single income, it doesn't work these days, depending on men.
Instead of just, yes, waiting for the kameza.
Okay, kameza is sweet. But also your money is sweet.
What is sweeter?
Your money is sweeter. Your money is sweeter when you're paying your ticket to go for a vacation. My friend, I know one is saying, we are not going to Dubai, we are going to Kenya. And you're saying, no, we are going to Dubai. That money is
some
sweeter.
Level. Anyway, hard work pays at the end of the day.
Hard work pays.
But not being quick at paying yourself.
You don't have to buy the weather source or the other thing.
6 months down the road, a year later, you want to buy yourself a very posh car.
Recently, I think it was after COVID, that I was reviewing my accounts and I felt like we're not making money. And I realized I was using above 3 million from the company unknowingly.
The CEO.
Mumperezeyo airtime. Fuel. And I was like, what? I'm robbing this place. Like, you understand?
I'm trying to understand.
I was so annoyed that my accountant looked at me and she was like, you're such a mess. Because like money would come through my phone and I would not deliver it, but the receipt is written.
And you just simply divert it into other
so that money would be mixed in my salary.
In your tomatoes at the market.
And somehow, when we did the books, every month I had consumed above 2 million.
You needed to be audited, seriously.
Yes, so also be careful how you're spending. Yeah.
Wow. Looks like it's still a journey. I know you're still in transit.
It is.
You're getting to a much better place.
Sure.
And I love the fact that at least at each and every point, each and every level of success, you don't forget your journey, where you've come from, and you learned quite a lot.
I have really learned. I'm a good learner. I have really learned.
What seems to hold the women back?
I think what holds the women back is social
away from the fear, like you also had, of starting.
Social responsibility. The community is standing on us, that's for sure. Like, imagine your home without you. Imagine your workplace without you. Like, it looks like society holds us accountable for the stability of the community, the stability of your children, the health of your children, the health of your husband, where you're responsible as a manager. Like, that weight is already too much. So women feel like, I cannot do this anymore. There are so many women who have a lot of passion, a lot of talent, that are heading to the grave. They have given up. They're like, you know what? I'll just be an accountant and that's it. I can't do anything else.
I have to manage my home. Yes. I have to manage the ministry at
then
church.
At work, they want me to do.
I am on the parish level, you know.
I am in the church committee. I am the firstborn at home. Every meeting runs on my mind.
I am the singer now.
Exactly.
There's a daughter getting married. Everything is on your head.
Oh, everything is on your head. We attend every function over the weekend. When you don't show up, it's like you hate the family. You have baptism, you have weddings, you have Kwanjula, you have all the things. We have a lot of society responsibility. And I think the weight is lighter for men in society. Like, I mean, if the child is sick, most cases it's the woman. So because of that, women have failed to break through that, to say, you know what, I'm engaging in this water. Let me give it a try. But let me tell you, you can never know how elastic you are until the only option you have is to be elastic. You understand? You can never know how strong you are until the only option you have is to be strong. So for me, I think, give yourself a challenge. That's why I said, start small.
Fewer women come out to be like, government etuyambe, by the way, speak of it.
When government
they want to manage on their own.
You have to help yourself also. For example, government gives money for circles, niginas and all that. But even if they give you that money and you're not ready as a person to break through, you're more confident. Like Vidyavana Yasande, for example, there is a woman right now, Vidyavana Yasande, atandise kati okutegeka vidi. Understand? Ngali kwecho. Kumandi ngena ngulira omwana sleeveless yangambe tezimutuka so
she's already having a headache.
She's already having a headache, and ali kutetenkanya sente omwami agambe time
to deliver at work.
Exactly. So that pressure, it stops you from even going beyond
being creative and thinking about other things.
Using your ICT. You go on WhatsApp only to check whether they sent some Lugambo and not Sambo photos, then you leave. But you have to force yourself. Like I said, no one is going to come. Sandra, you don't know how much you can do. You can actually be the president if you're determined to. It's just you stopping you. Keep trying. Keep trying. One day that door will open. And it will surely open. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to know where you are, where you stand, knowing that I am the government spokesperson, and do things right.
I know.
I know you can be better. Someone is learning from you, and you're being an inspiration at the end of the day. But you also have to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I always tell people to always enjoy themselves. Yeah, not to have each and everything, you know, you're having it at your back.
Now that comes in with delegation. When you realize, for example, at your workplace you're a manager, then you have clone and you're the CEO. Use those people around you. Trust them. Even when they mess, one day they'll do it well. So you have to use people around you. Be it your maid, be it your children. Be like, let them join in into helping you. Tofaweka. After all, you're making their lives better. Yes.
Wow. We have a few minutes left. Lois has really been a great inspiration for today's episode. But I'm sure you're learning at least one or two things. Don't give up. She had the fears at the start, but at least all through she has learned, and she can simply put her best foot forward.
Sure. My biggest fear was failing. I don't like failing, and I can't say I have failed really. From when I look back, I'm like, no, I haven't failed. But my biggest, and I'm sure there's someone else who people laugh at me. My husband will say I wasted money. My family will say I can't do anything better. But try. At least try. You know, when you try, you will not say that you did not even start.
And not to think about something bigger that you want to invest in. You can start the Kamudala.
And that problem is also competition. We like starting big. You see Lois somewhere, you want to be like her. And then you're not pursuing your dreams, you're pursuing Lois. So, but you're pursuing a person.
It's breaking you and you can't be creative anymore.
Exactly. Be creative. Be you. Be in your own space. What you add to this world, no one can. You're unique in your own way. For example, we can be different cleaning companies, but we do different works, by the way. I tell you. I have a friend who told me, when I want a clean home, I call you guys. When I want clean pavers, I call another company. You understand? Like, we add different values to the world. So believe in yourself. Already, the way God created you in a different way. Put a lot of creativity in you. There is something you're supposed to do as a woman out there without competition that is made for you. That day you find it, you will not even believe it. You'll be like as if you're sailing in heaven. You will do it and you will be perfect in it.
You will like, I wish I started way back.
Exactly.
5 years behind.
And I have met people who have made that like what they were meant to be, and it's unstoppable. It's not that you don't have challenges, but there is a different grace.
Yeah, you need to look back and you're like 5 years, where am I at the moment, and what have I achieved, what have I done for myself?
Sure.
Okay.
And every woman is a role model and a hero to your kids, first of all. So what are you going to show?
Unique in your own way and different from the other person. You have to add something onto Sandra. Sandra has to add something onto you.
Exactly.
You don't have to copy and paste whatever the other person is doing.
No. But also I want to encourage the women who are like me. For example, you already have a business that is running and people are looking up to you. Please help other women. So many people inbox me, how do I start a cleaning company? I am very willing to help. I tell you, I'll do for you your first flyer. You give me your logo and your business name and your contacts. I'll do for you your first flyer for free. So I want to encourage women to help other women. Let me tell you, if, for example, Kampala, I cannot manage the whole of Kampala. I can't. I need someone else.
And people need you, even the outskirts need you, not just the city
Exactly,
itself.
up country, Mbarara. So if we are many, we can work as a team. Let us stop looking at each other's competition. Yeah, please don't compete with me, but let me also not compete with you. Like, let us allow each other to grow as women. The space is so big. Yeah.
And also be generous, like a friend who had to donate all the other equipment.
Be generous, like my friends. She gave me all her equipment. She has never even checked on me. I kept on asking her, how much money should I give you? She's like,
Bambi.
she doesn't care. Yes.
Well, great work that women do.
Yeah.
Well, time is against us. The Feminist, the top of the hour, always here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. Great inspiration, brilliant women, beautiful, super women. Yeah, so always privileged as the national broadcaster to hear such stories from different women who operate in different spaces. And the fact that they reach out to others to empower them, that is something I've also loved from Lois. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much to Sandra. Thank you for calling me back. When they call you back, you know, did well.
You passed your examinations,
yes,
right?
Yes, you passed your examination from Clona Group.
You speak Clona, you're neat, you're well put.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing else you think about doing away from fumigation. No. You're blessed, right?
No, I'm blessed, right? Ready for business, I'm blessed, right?
Glory to
That's
God.
all I want to do for life. Yeah, from Clona, I would like to thank you, especially our clients, for loving us, for even giving us the chance to exhibit our work, to show that we can do this. There are people who have never worked with us, but just trust us to clean their chairs, to clean their hotels, apartments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. But our offices are in Tinda, Formataskis building, 3rd floor. Anytime you can check on us, but we are also on WhatsApp for communication purposes on 0751 0040 76, or MTN's 0772 84 72 39. Please reach out to us for anything cleaning, fumigation, and interior designing. We do the best, and we have the cheapest services, by the way, and the best services. We have the best staff. We are always there on time. We do our best, really. We can't say we...
Okay, just the contact again before you let Lois go.
Yes.
07
0040 76. And MTN 772-84-72-39. Both on WhatsApp. You can call, you can SMS, you can email us at clonagroup@gmail.com. You can also visit our offices. We are looking for businesses. We clean schools, offices, hospitals, churches. We clean apartments, hotels. We clean chairs, carpets, everything cleanable. We do clean it. Yeah.
Wow, great work. Thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough as well. Like, we are appreciating your clients.
Thank you for calling me back.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Sandra.
I hope to see you again very soon.
Yes, dear.
Well, for my viewer, I so appreciate you. Thank you for making time to join us every single morning and choosing the National Broadcaster and following these episodes as we continue to celebrate the women out there. My name is Sandra Kahunde. My guest for the day, a great inspiration, Lois Natai from Clona Cleaning Services. Well, wish you a blessed Monday, a blessed week. Wow. Everything, we wish it for you, just to be happy. God bless you. We love you.
Thank you.